Founded along a wagon trail over 160 years ago, the small town of Susanville, California is seemingly home to countless spirits, from haunted homes and cemeteries to mysterious tunnels and an abandoned hospital. I'm Kenny, your captain, and welcome to Spooky Legends of Susanville. Hello everyone, I'm Kenny, your captain, and welcome back to Spooky Legends of Susanville. Lately we've been looking at the origins of Susanville itself. We talked about the life of Isaac Roop, the man who founded the town of Susanville. Our last video we looked at the Sagebrush War, which resulted eventually in the founding of Lassen County. Happy birthday, Lassen County, by the way. You're now 159 years old. In this video, we're going to be having a look at the woman who Susanville is named for, Susan Arnold, the daughter of Isaac Roop. I came out here probably about 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, to film the Isaac Roop story. I remember we had this big tree, and it's closer to the main entrance over here, I think. Yep. I believe this is her. I'm trying to get across here without slipping. Yep. Susan and her husband, Father A.T. Arnold, born June 12th, 1833, died October 23rd, 1914. And we have Susan, Mother Susan E. Roop Arnold, born November 13th, 1841, died July 22nd, 1921. So I believe in this squared off section there would be Alexander, Susan's husband, Susan herself, and I believe this was one of their sons and one of their daughters. They had, I think it was like 8 children. So there's quite a few of them. Susan Roop was the oldest child and only daughter, born to Isaac Roop and his wife Nancy. Well, Susan was born in Ohio in 1841. Sadly, her mother died in 1850 from typhoid fever. She was only 9 years old. Well, Susan was sent to live with her grandparents. Her 2 younger brothers, they were sent to live with other family members. Her father, Isaac Roop, he went out west during this time, and this is when he founded his town. It was called Roop Town originally, but in 1857 he changed the town's name to Susanville after his daughter. I believe she was around 16, 17 at that time. Well, both of Susan's brothers would go on to serve in the Civil War. Well, the oldest brother, he would survive and go on to become a surgeon in Oklahoma. Well, sadly, the younger brother, he was severely injured and had to have an arm amputated. He ended up dying a couple years later from smallpox. Well, in 1862, at the age of 21, Susan decided that she was going to go out west and find her father. She went on a very long journey. She traveled to New York from Ohio, stayed there for a while before taking a ship all the way down to Panama, then crossing land by mule. This is before any kind of canal was there. Then back on another ship and up to San Francisco. And from San Francisco on up to Carson City, where she met up with her father. Well, Susan finally arrived in the town that was named after her in January of 1863, which means that Susan was present during the Sagebrush Wars. Well, it said that she was a very strong woman. In a time when a woman's opinion didn't really mean anything, hers did, at least here in town. She was well respected, didn't really have any kind of elected or official positions. She's very passionate about, family, church, education. Said that she was a excellent caregiver. She'd spend much of her time taking care of the sick that were in town. This is before there was any kind of medical facilities. It said that Susan is the one that brought order to Susanville. This was the Old West. Things were a little bit rough out here. She was really passionate about establishing church, school. When it came about time for the whole Prohibition craze, she was very much for it. Well, when Susan first moved to Susanville, her father, Isaac Roop, had built a house on Main Street, taken up almost an entire block, had a lavish garden with a fish pond that he stocked with fish from the Susan River. So this is where Susan originally resided when she first came to town. Well, here we are on Main Street. Somewhere in this area is where Roop's home was. That's where Susan lived when she first came to Susanville. Well, after Isaac Roop died at the age of 49, his house was moved, the gardens were torn up, and the fish pond was filled in. It was very valuable land, for businesses that were springing up all over Main Street. Well, his house was moved up to a place on North Lassen, not far. It's been through extensive remodels and changes over the years, but it's still standing. We're on North Lassen Street, and this house here is this is Isaac Roop's house. This is where it was moved. Looks absolutely nothing like it used to. Been completely remodeled and redone over time. But yeah, this is one of the oldest houses in Susanville. Well, I think that's about it for this video, folks. Thanks for watching. Be sure to give us a like, share, and subscribe. And I want to give a shout out to these people here for your comments and your support, and all your positive vibes. Whoa! Holy shit! I think there's a bear over there. Yeah, it's a bear. They're over by that tombstone. Do you see it? I'll zoom in. It's all good. It is a bear, but it's a spooky bear. Yes, these little guys are now available on the Spooky Legends Spreadshirt store. I'll have a link in the description below. But yes, check this little guy out. It's a Spooky Legends of Susanville teddy bear. It has the little shirt with our logo on it. Isn't that awesome? They're only $19.99 plus shipping, of course. Or you can get a Spooky Legends of Susanville puppy dog. Look at that. He's got the floppy ears. They got a tail. And just look how cute they are. Don't you want one? Well, thanks again, folks. Be sure to give us a like, share, subscribe. I'm Kenny, your captain. We'll see you next time. Well, I tell you, I feel much more safer and secure walking around a haunted cemetery with my teddy bear.